Joining us now, Nashville Mayor John Cooper. Mayor Cooper, we're glad to see you this morning. Our deepest sympathies go out to your community today. I cannot even fathom what the last 24 hours have been like for you and those in your community. Can you tell us what you've learned about the victims and the shooting itself?
Well, I think a lot of police work going on today, a lot of video footage. Just a big shout out to our first responders. I think you saw what they were dealing with, which was a prepared shooter with lots of ammunition who was clearly shooting at them as they were coming in. As to motive and to the other aspects of the case, I suspect today there'll be a lot of reveal to it. The chief mentioned a manifesto that the shooter had written and is in their possession, and I think maybe that'll be the next step, is the police department talking about this manifesto.
By the way, where was it? Hold on. Fuck. Fire alarm is going out. Hold on. I have to deal with this real quick. Sorry.
More facts on the way today.
Sure. Mayor, you talked very directly about guns and gun violence. This shooter was armed with 2 assault weapons and a pistol. And you were saying that the leading cause of death for children is guns and gunfire. It's not car accidents, and you called it unacceptable. And what struck me is at the very top of our broadcast, we said that so far there have been 13 school shootings this year. That's 1 per week. It almost makes you think that it is acceptable on some level.
Well, and it isn't. I think this is the frustration by every city in the country, how this could keep happening in this volume. In Tennessee, guns are essentially ubiquitous, and when guns and mental health issues come into contact with each other, you have big problems like we saw yesterday. And what is our worst day? Nashville's had challenges before. We've had tornadoes and floods. But when school children are attacked in their school, that's your worst day.
There was a photograph that is getting a lot of attention, and it's been circulating. It's a picture of Congressman Andy Ogles, who happens to represent the district in which the shooting happened. It looks like a family Christmas card, and in it, the family is, I don't know if you can see in that image, but they're all holding
It's fine.
Big,
It's fine.
what
It's
appear to be
nothing.
some assault weapons. And this is what the quote says: "The very atmosphere of firearms anywhere and everywhere restrains evil interference. They deserve a place of honor with all that is good," and they're surrounded by the Christmas tree. Wondered if you received that Christmas card, or whether or not you did, what you think of it.
Well, I'm not on his Christmas card list, and I don't think it's a
Yeah, we're not gonna fix it. Is the Tennessee representative? I already covered it earlier. Okay, I already covered it. I already covered the fucking Tennessee representative saying we're not gonna fix it, and there's pretty much fuck all you can do about it. I love that people still say the problem isn't guns. By the way, there's still people in the chat saying the problem isn't guns. Yeah, totally, dude. No, you're right. Like, no, definitely. It's just weird because, like, let's say there was a magic wand, okay, that could eliminate one thing, and you just magically eliminated all guns. You would also happen to magically eliminate all gun violence. So, yes, guns absolutely are a fucking factor. That's so stupid to say that it's not a factor. Of course it's a factor. And I say this as someone who likes guns. The issue is more complicated than that. But guns absolutely are a factor, and anyone who tells you that that's not the case is fucking insane. So one thing you should do, obviously, is not to, because there is no magic wand in the real world. One thing you could do is make it so that there is regulation.
Appropriate, and I think the whole country can look at it and shudder a little bit and realize how inappropriate it is. Guns lead to tragedies, and whatever your political feelings are, we should not be celebrating the cult of the gun. And country needs to pick itself up and say no to an assault weapons lobby that, again, is making it too available and too convenient and too first of mind for people to go out and commit terrible acts.
Mayor, you know, you're just talking about that, like what can be done, and everyone keeps saying, well, they don't do anything in Washington. After Sandy Hook in 2012, Connecticut did something. They instituted universal background checks. They expanded the state's assault weapons ban, and they outlawed new high-capacity magazines. And here's what happened as a result of that. From 2014 to 2021, Connecticut saw a 41% reduction in homicides. In 2020, Connecticut had the 6th lowest gun death rate among all 50 states. There are some things that can be done, it sounds like, if this is an example at the state level. Is that something you could see happening in Tennessee?
Nope.
Well, I think it would be very challenging for Tennessee, but I think it needs to be brought up. And I think people need to understand that common sense reforms, which are not really onerous on gun ownership.
Tennessee will ban the existence of trans people from public places before they ban guns. This is not happening.
Does make a big difference. And gun safety and common sense regulations to kind of separate mental health challenges away from active gun ownership seem imperative. This is not, I mean, we used to do this a few years ago. What's happened is we've rolled back any common sense kind of understandings about how.
Yeah, Tennessee would literally ban kids in public spaces before they banned guns. It'd be like, children should not be out in public. America's a very dangerous place. It's up to the teachers to make sure, it's up to the parents to make sure their children are not wandering around at places like schools, which you know are soft targets and you know, environments that are constantly susceptible to fucking mass shootings. They should be homeschooling their children. You know what I mean?
How these assault weapons in particular are managed in America, and you end up with disasters and tragedies. And it's not the diminishment of people's rights, it's how we live together in a society safely.
All right, well, Nashville Mayor John Cooper, we appreciate your time. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, are with your community. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m.
I mean, low-key,
Eastern,
Tennessee would absolutely ban
Shooter was initially